The late George Romero did more than most to bring the zombie into mainstream culture. Night of the Living Dead emerged in the late 1960s and transformed the zombie into the iconic film and television monster that viewers know all about today. It is possible that George Romero was influenced by events in 1962. Ask Clairvius Narcisse. Who was Clairvius Narcisse, you ask? On April 30th, 1962, a man by the name of Clairvius Narcisse checked into the Albert Schweitzer Hospital in Haiti. He had a fever and complained of a sensation described as bugs crawling on his skin. The staff gave him a room at the hospital, and his condition quickly deteriorated. 2 days later, doctors pronounced him dead. An official death certificate confirmed the end of his life. His immediate family held a funeral and interred the body at the local cemetery in Lestrade. They sealed the coffin with nails and buried him in a traditional manner. For most people, death is the end. Ask Clairvius Narcisse. The resurrection. At some point after his funeral, someone disturbed Narcisse's grave. During the night, a boker, or Haitian voodoo sorcerer, dug him up and removed him. Narcisse was beaten, bound, and forced to drink a potion before being taken to a sugar plantation. Once there, he encountered others in a state similar to his own. Narcisse had to work in the fields, and the boker constantly gave him additional injections of the same potion to maintain plantation until the boker that recruited him died. Even though he was now nothing more than a lifeless husk, Narcisse took his chance to wander off unseen. 18 years afterward, Narcisse returned to his home village where he sought out his sister. Angelina was in a village market when Clairvius approached and identified himself. As proof of his claim that he was her brother, he added a childhood nickname that only the two of them were aware of. Understandably, Angelina was shocked to her very core, but she did assist in an investigation with help from the rest of the family. This investigation showed that Narcisse was who he appeared to be. He really was Angelina's brother. Narcisse could fully recall the doctors declaring him dead and being buried alive. He also claimed to be conscious when the boker dug him up shortly afterward. The memory of his 2 years as a slave still haunted him, and he remembered working the plantation every waking moment, from dawn to dusk. This very long day was only interrupted once for a quick meal break. According to Narcisse, conditions proved too much for one of the other workers, who took matters into his own hands by killing their boker overlord. Now that their thraldom came to an end, the remaining zombies took this chance to escape the plantation. Narcisse also explained his reasoning for not finding his way back home sooner. He had quarreled with his brother prior to the day Narcisse became ill, and he outright blamed his brother for what happened to him, and only returned once the brother had passed away. Now it's actually called the zombie religion from Africa to Haiti. The belief in the zombie religion goes back hundreds of years in Haiti, even longer in Africa. The anglicized term zombie comes from nzambe, meaning spirit of a dead person. It is easy to see how and why zombies have become a staple of horror fiction down the years. When plantation owners plundered Africa for slaves, they brought over more than just able bodies from the African continent. Many of their religious and personal beliefs made the voyage as well. The religious practices continued in Haiti and grew into the much feared and misunderstood Voodo religion. Unfortunately, as with Wicca, some people use this culture for their own ends. In 1804, a revolution took place in Haiti, which drove the French out of the country. Even though slavery officially came to an end, it really didn't. Boker priests took on a much more active role in Haitian culture. Despite the revolution, there's still a heavy French influence in Haiti even today. Perhaps the public face of Voodo is a certain Baron Smeddy. Maybe exposure in Roger Moore's initial outing as 007 in Live and Let Die can explain that. What really happened to Narcisse? Likely virtually all Haitian people. Clairvius Narcisse was undoubtedly fully aware of the zombie legend. Part of this surrounds the admission of declaring oneself to be a zombie. So that's the story of Clairvius Narcisse, you guys. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's definitely something there. I mean, the people who live in New Orleans, or I guess this was on Haiti, you know, like the whole voodoo thing is, I don't know, it's really hyped up, especially in culture, like in that movie, The Princess and the Frog. It's really, like Disney just wants it to be something that'll grab people's attention. So, I guess, if you really want to know more about it, there's a voodoo documentary online that really makes it sound like it's really more similar to Christianity, which it is. Because, I mean, like, inside Wicca, too, people like to use these fringe religions as the scapegoats. And, so I guess this was just an interesting little thing to read. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, like that ghost story book I read, a lot of people just, they don't read these stories, like they don't get these books at the library, so I'm sure they just don't think about these things, or maybe they're things that might change their thinking patterns. So yeah, Clairvius Narcisse, and the zombie potion he used was actually made from, I think, freshly killed blue lizards, a dead toad wrapped in dried sea worm, a sticky pea vine, a dead baby skull, and God, I forgot the fifth thing. Dead baby skull, and maybe that was it. Anyways, you can look this more up online. There are plenty of other channels that have this, like, As you wonder, they have a great piece on Clairvius Narcisse. Okay, stay creative. Keep thinking outside the box, guys, and stay in school. I mean, it's important. Keep up with your studies. Keep doing origami. Clean the water. Sign off. Bye.